Fuck it, man.
It is what it is. Bro, how are you?
Damn, bro. Overworked and underpaid. The best way to fucking explain that,
Real,
bro. I
bro.
mean, shit. So much shit happened since the last time that we talked. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, bro, I don't think I had even released my first EP yet. And then, yeah, I released my first EP. Then you reacted to it. And then after that, I yeah, before I released my EP, like I went through a break and then like, I was like just taking my time, like figuring myself out.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that I dropped my EP. Then after that, I was just experimenting with singles. Then after that, like I was able to learn because I took a bit of time to learn how to market music and everything. Then what happened? I literally had my friend Jojo. Um, he's also from Montreal, by the way. He's like a very fire. Um, he we kind of like we took time to like study marketing together. And the thing is, it's like since he was just starting, I was at a point where I really understood how things work, and then I was able to help him blow up because I really understood how things would work in his favor. And then he blew up, and then him seeing him blew up, it was just like, okay, but I'm not crazy about that. So then like a couple months after I worked on my second EP, I dropped it. That was called Born for This. Then after that, the year 2020, that was 2024. Then 2025 happens, and then I was just like, you know what? Like that year, I was literally about to quit music just because it's like, I
Oh,
was growing, but I was not growing at the point that I wanted to grow. So I was just like, you know what? This year I'm just gonna go all in. Like I'm just gonna try as much as I can. And then I released song after song after song after song, and then it won't let me type. Someone said it won't let him type. Is it because he's not following or something?
that's a good question. To be honest, I don't know.
Yo, comic, if you can't type, maybe it's because you're not following. But yeah, I was just dropping song after song, and then I literally had a gimmick. It's like where remember how, and it's so funny. Remember how I made you watch Edge Runners and everything like that.
Literally,
So
yeah.
it's like I was just like, yo, I made these two songs. I made the Edge Runners song, and I had the Kingdom Hearts song that
Mm-hmm.
went well. And then it's like I was just like, you know what, these went well, so let me just try again. So I made a Spider Verse song that it didn't go crazy, but it was doing well. Then I was just like, okay, I made an Arcane song. I dropped it. It did well as well. I was just like, okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. So for a couple months, I'd say maybe a month or two, I didn't drop. I was just stacking songs.
Oh
I was
wow.
just stacking songs. I was still promoting the ones I already had, and then I was stacking them. So it was easy to do the promotion because I was just doing clips of the specific show, and then after that, I was putting the song with it. So people that were fans of that show, they were finding it and everything, and then they were like, "Oh, this song is about the show, actually. Oh, how does it match so well and everything like that?"
Mm-hmm.
And then so they were coming, and then so I was slowly building a momentum based off of that. There was a lot of other stuff going on behind the scenes, like there was a company supposed to help me with the funding and everything. They were taking so much time. At some point, I just said, "Yo, you know what? Screw it. Like I'm just gonna drop." So then I made an announcement. Like I was just like, I'm going to drop like because I had enough for an EP, so I could have just dropped the EP just like that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna be very strategic about it. I'm gonna drop the songs once a week. So that built hype because everybody knew, okay, this song is coming out, but there's another song coming out. And then I did not say what shows I was doing the songs on as well, just to create even more momentum. Here and there, I would drop like a clue and I'll be like, oh, this song might be about an anime that's like this, or just to create some type of anticipation. And then it was just song, 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 song until like the last song I dropped was like for just the regular EP was When She's Around Me, I think. No, that was the second to last song, When She's Around Me. But that song, oh my God, like there's so much that goes into that song. But when that song dropped, like it was just, bruh, it was just crazy. It was that's
Yeah.
really when things really started going well for me.
Yeah. I mean, listen, like, again, it's been like a year and a half, almost 2 years. And then I look at your
Yeah,
YouTube channel, you got 26K subs. You got like
yeah.
fucking like 100K views on a video. You got like, I mean, listen, you like, you blew up to a certain extent. And it's very interesting to
I wouldn't
see.
say that.
I
I
mean, to a
wouldn't say
certain
I blew
extent.
up. Yeah, yeah, to a certain extent, for sure, for sure. I'm not at the same level because I think when you knew me, I barely even had like 100 monthly listeners or something like that. Like I was very low. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely, like what I was back then and what I am now is definitely not the same thing at all.
Mm-hmm. But it sounds like you found your niche, and which is something that a lot of artists struggle with. But I also know that like more recently you're kind of trying to experiment a little bit less with the
Mm.
anime stuff and trying to become your own artist. But what was it like finding that niche and seeing that success right off the bat through the anime stuff?
I mean, it wasn't. How do I say? It wasn't. How do I? I'm trying to find the right word to say it. It's like it was surprising and not surprising at the same time, in a way that I knew that it was gonna work to a certain degree, but at the same time, seeing how well it worked was just also surprising because I had really gone to a point where I was really questioning myself and my music, where I was just like, damn, bro, like, am I just not good? Am I not as good as I think that I am and everything? And it was just like I was just questioning so much about it. And so I decided, my fault. I decided, let me just try to do this. And then seeing so many people like connect to it, and bro, it's just because like I said, the numbers are amazing, but right now the numbers to me, like to a certain degree, they're so small. It's like I'm able to just see people talk to me about certain things, and it's like there's literally a guy that, I think it was a wedding, he was dancing with his daughter to my music. There was
That's
somebody else that told me his girlfriend had broke up with him. He used my song somehow. I don't know what happened exactly, but my song is the reason they got back together. They're married now. It's just so much different things that happen based on that, and it's just like, yeah, it's a blessing. So for me, I'd say it's like numbers wise, like, it's amazing, even though, like, I'm striving for higher. But I could say it's like the personal little stories that I've heard, the little different, like, connections and everything, bro. There's literally a kid, he did his homework. He had a homework to do a project, to ask to interview someone that they look up to, and then he asked me, like, if I would do the interview because he said he was looking up to me, like, stuff like that is just, I'd say that's like the craziest thing, I'd say. So I really did not expect all of those. Like I kind of expected the numbers, like I said, because I did it knowingly, but I did not expect all of those like connections, like type of stories and everything like that. So yeah,
it sounds incredibly validating, which is something I think
no, for
every
sure.
artist strives for, like just validation. I mean, like, listen, that's awesome. Now, what are you looking for? Like right now, I've seen you started. You posted the first like, are you dropping 2 packs every 2 weeks? Is that what it is?
No, no, no. So yeah, what I'm doing is so like first of all, I'd like, I always want to try to make sure that I don't claim anything like, that's not my own,
Mm-hmm.
like as my own. So that whole idea, I got it seeing DC the Don doing, he had DC Fridays, Midwest had Midwest Mondays, but the rollout, the way that I'm doing the rollout was really inspired by Ty to Fly, and he had his series called Two Fly Tuesdays. And the way that he did his was he dropped a pack. God damn, did you hear a noise or not?
I don't think so.
Okay, okay, good. Um, But basically, he was dropping a pack of two to three songs. Most of the time, it was two songs, the second Tuesday of each month. And I think he did that for 5 months. I don't remember exactly, but I seen that rollout really go crazy and everything. And that was like 2023, and I've had that idea since 2023, but the I never really had the fan base to keep up with that. And then, like, that's a crazy amount of output to do for no fan base. So I was like, okay, let me keep that idea, and I'm gonna wait till when it's the right time. So after I finished doing the anime EP and everything, I was like, okay, I need something. I need to do something, but I don't want it to be another project. I don't want it to, then I was just like, I need to do something that allows me to keep having that momentum. Because I know for a fact, I knew after I stopped doing the anime thing, I knew my streams, my everything was going to dip. Like, because inevitably, like, it's like, because one thing that I learned is like, I started, like, seeing, because there is a whole different world that we don't know about, where there's artists that every single song they do is anime songs. Like, that is a bro, they're called nerdcore. Like, they're very cool people and everything like that, bro. Like, I did not even know that, but as I started doing it, people started telling me about nerdcore. And, like, I met some people. Bro, I have two friends there. Like, one is called 757 Shay. We have a song together. There's another one called Young Light. Shout out to both of them. It's like, bro, there's this whole side, they just do anime music and everything. And one thing about it though is, I realized a lot of them are kind of trapped in that
Mm,
anime bubble, where people only expect them to do anime music, and if they don't, the streams don't the streams don't go. And so I was just like, okay, I realized that, and I was just like, I don't want to trap myself into just doing that. And I knew that once I would switch, streams would kind of go down. So that's why I tried to make sure, even though even though I was doing the whole anime promo thing, on Instagram, I wasn't really doing that, because on Instagram, that was my best platform for growth. So I didn't want to mix in like too much of videos like of myself. Like, here and there, I was trying, but because I knew it wasn't really gonna bring me much, I didn't really push it too crazy. But here and there, like, I would just post videos of myself. But the main thing is I was doing was TikTok and YouTube, which, funny enough, YouTube is my biggest platform right now. I was making sure that they would see my face. They would, like, see me talk, see things about me, just so that once I do that switch, I have people that, like, they're just like, who's that dude? You get what I mean? So, but basically the whole point of what I'm saying is, because I got such a curveball, my fault. But basically, I was at a point where, okay, I'm going to need something, because if I just drop singles, yes, singles are effective, but it doesn't really give a reason to come back.
mm.
Especially if I'm trying to keep all of the people that I got from the anime stuff. So I was like, I need a rollout. And that was like the perfect time to do that rollout. So way before I got my camera, way before all of that, like, I just linked up with this one producer called Gabzzz. He's in my city. Like, we've been working with each other for a bit and everything like that. Like, he used to just engineer my stuff most of the time, but we've been making, and that's another thing that I'm super excited of, is like, a lot of the beats that I'm doing now, they're not YouTube beats. We've literally been in the studio together cooking up the beat from scratch. So it's like I'm involved in literally every single part of the process. And so, yeah, so we've been making the beats. We've been working on it for a little bit. Like, before my deluxe dropped, I was already starting to work on it, because I was already like thinking ahead of like that next phase. So then I was just like, okay, I don't want to just copy 100% what Type 2 Fly did, what Midwest did.
Hmm.
So I was just like, let me just add an extra layer of difficulty, which this month I might not even be able to reach it. But I said, okay, every month I need to do a music video. And then on top of that, I'm going to try to have merch available. Like that's something that I'm working on, and also I'm documenting everything. It's just it's a lot. But yeah, I hope that explained everything. Like, oh, one last
Mm,
thing too, I always forget to explain. Each month is like has a color theme. So that's why you see like the blue like with me and everything like that. So this month is blue. Next month is going to be pink. I didn't reveal that, but I guess you get the exclusive. Next month is pink. It's kind of obvious for Valentine's Day and everything.
yeah.
So each month is going to have like I guess a color that kind of matches it, and the music that's in the packs are also going to match the vibe of the color basically. Holy yap.
No, it's actually interesting because it's like there's not many artists your size who have a plan like that is even as extensive as you got, right? So I'm very interested to see like, do you have like how many months do you have planned? Do you just have
I have
until
most of them.
February?
I have most of them planned. Most of them are planned.
So like
Like
all of
most of
2026 or like
no, it's going to be just 6 months. Cause at
okay.
first I wanted to do 12 months, but I was just like, first of all, there's not enough primary colors to to do 12 months. Like I would have started having to go like turquoise and like I don't
Mhm.
want to call a pack like fucking turquoise. So it was just like okay, plus 6 months is a good judge for it. So the first month, first of all, like I'm switching tactics. Like my streams are going down right now and everything. Like it's like I'm introducing it. It's not gonna go that crazy. Second month, it's gonna get like a bit more traction because people are gonna know more about it. I'm going to have a feature. I can't reveal who the feature is, but just know it's someone that's like, someone that's kind of known in the underground. Like he's not super big, but he had like a couple viral songs and everything. So, actually, funny enough, I was trying to get Sarisa on that fucking
Oh,
on the blue pack, but I was never able to contact him.
shit. His
But
momager
yeah,
failed.
so actually, I did not know I was supposed to text his mom. Like I was trying to text him. So I literally
Oh,
found out
yeah.
later on, but it was too late. But I don't even know if he's doing features right now, to be honest.
That's fair.
But hey, maybe for another time.
Mhm.
But one thing I could say is most of the packs, like I have most of the songs done already.
Oh, wow.
It's like to be honest, right now I'm just working on adding like extras, like cause one thing I want to do is, and that's something I haven't done enough in my career by choice, but also like money things and everything like that. But that's one thing that my fans, it's crazy that I can even say fans now, but it's like they've been asking me to do more features to work with more people. So I'm actually trying to have more features for this whole thing, like just marketing wise and also just to satisfy, my listeners.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, it. What I'm very interested to see is you've very clearly got an insane rollout. You know how to promote. What's it like balancing that with like your real life? You don't have to go into detail about your real life, but like what's the pressure going on right
Bro,
now?
bro, you don't understand, bro. It's like I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how I do it to a certain degree. And one thing I could say is I'm very like, grateful to, my friends and my girlfriend because they are very understanding. Or like one thing I could say is it helps too the fact that like most of my friends are also doing this music thing. So they're very understanding. People that are not in the music thing, they know how dedicated I am to the music thing. So it's like I will literally sometimes just go ghost and not talk to anybody for weeks. Like I have friends that like, we meet at school and then it's just like literally during the whole winter vacation, I've talked to some of those friends maybe once or twice. Like I've had a whole month of vacation. I've talked to them maybe once or twice, bro, during the whole time. So they're very understanding when it comes to it. My girlfriend is very understanding when it comes to it. We've kind of like had to come together and like just have a conversation and just build a system where it's like, okay, during those days, I'm going to work on the music, but then after that, during those other days, while I'm with you, maybe I could do a couple things music related, But for the most part, like, I have to
Mm-hmm.
stay with my girlfriend and everything. And I could say other than that, it's like everything else has just been chaotic. School has been chaotic. My job has been chaotic. It's like, luckily I work from home, but like, I've had a lot of issues like at my job, because it's like sometimes I'll be distracted or I'm not doing certain things properly and everything.
Mm.
And at school it's just hard too because I will study last minute for my exams. I don't know how like I pass. I'm not gonna lie to you. Somehow I pass, but I'll literally be in class editing a video. I'm not even
Mm-hmm.
lying to you, bro. Like, so yeah, my personal life, I could say like it's very, very, very hectic.
Mm. And that's I can relate to that. That feels so real to me right now. Uh, but moving on from that, like talk about this most recent Taji Tuesdays, or the
Mm,
Taji Tuesday that released last week.
mm,
I want to talk about the cover art. That's one thing
mm,
I noticed is the level up in cover art. I would say, in my
yeah,
opinion, where did
yeah.
that come from? What goes into that?
Well, that cover art that was done by my boy Luke. Like, shout out my boy Luke. It's like he's like a friend of a friend. Like, cause like I said, most of my friends do music. It's like my friend Max, Max Yoxi. We went to school together, but like he's also like a family friend. So he was like, getting pictures taken of him by Luke because Luke is a photographer and a graphic designer. So I was just like, oh, like, yo, like, who took that and everything. And then he was just like, oh, it's my boy Luke. He was like, anyway, I was trying to like, get you guys to meet. So I got the contact to Luke through Max. And then we just were, yeah, we just were, talking for a bit. Like I said, for me, since like September of 2025, like I already was planning for Taji Tuesdays,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, yo, if I'm going to have a cover, especially like I said, because I took inspiration from Ty to Fly, he had like a very iconic cover where for him it was like a silhouette and then he just changed the colors. I will say his
Mm.
cover, like, yo, I low key wish I had thought of that because that's so, yo, like that seems like the easiest shit. You just change the colors. For me, it's like it's gonna be a bit more complicated to change the colors just because of how complex mine is. But yeah, I had talked with Luke. We had brainstormed, and then we know we wanted it to have like a actual cover type of feel, like a bit of a Y2K type of feel. My girlfriend also like, gave me input, like, she gave me images, inspirations and everything. And then yeah, we did the photo shoots. Like I actually have like, it documented like, the day where we went to do the photo shoots and everything. We went to a couple different places. We got kicked out. Some places and everything. It was very funny, but then yeah, like at some point we sat down, took the pictures, like, he did his thing on the cover. We went through like a couple different renditions for it. We went back and forth a couple bit, but then that's how we got the cover. So shout out Luke.
Shout out Luke. Shout out Luke because the work turned out great.
Yeah.
I think it's a perfect cover for what I'm gonna say it straight up. Dance Floor is already my favorite song of yours. Already, it's
Thank you,
a
thank
fucking
you,
banger. What went
thank
into
you.
that? Because obviously you talked about gods beforehand.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah.
what went into that?
Okay, so the whole thing is, and that's one of the reasons why, like I said, I low key wanted to work with Storisa because I seen Sarisa going crazy with "You Look So Good and Fall." I think that's the name. That's the name of the song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I seen him going crazy with that, and like I could say it's like I knew about Two Hollis, I knew about Nate Sib, I knew about them, but it's like I could say I never really thought too much about their music, which I know some people might hear that and go crazy for it just because, because I know how much hate he gets because of these two.
Mm.
But I heard that song, and I'm not gonna lie, the first time I heard the song, I didn't really think much of it. Like I was just like, oh yeah, like it's cool. But then you know how the algorithm works. It's like, you keep seeing it, you keep seeing it. I was just like, okay, bet that's pretty cool and everything. Then he dropped a couple other songs, and that one song that he dropped, I think yeah, bro, that's my favorite song of him. It's called "Tell Me Why." And then I really, really fucked with that song. And I was just like, yo, I kind of want to do something like similar, but it's just like that's not like too similar as well.
Mm.
So my whole thing was just, okay, bet, like how can I like do something that's like in a vibe like that? And then so that's when I hit up Gabzzz, because Gabzzz and me, we had worked on two different songs before. He had like one song I made called "I Don't Wanna," and another song called I made like that's called "Monster." So we had already worked on the producing side of it and everything, and I knew that when it comes to like Gods, it's like I can count on him. Like, yo, big shout out to Gods, because yo, he's crazy. Like, he will work on any type of beat. So you just bring it to him, he's like, bet, let's figure it out and everything. Like, bro, like bro, one thing I could say, like, I don't know that many producers, especially where I live, that like, are able to just adapt to anything. And I'm telling you, bro, that motherfucker has Mario type of beats, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro, you will go to his hard drive, you will hear Mario soundtracks and everything like that. I'm telling you, he has he has things that could be in Pirate of the Caribbeans, bro. I'm telling you, once he really because that's one thing he's trying to like get into content and everything like that. Once he blows up and everything like that, bro, I'm not scared for him, bro. He's going to be big as a producer, bro. Like, I feel like he could honestly be bigger than RJ Payson and everything like that.
Oh
That's how
wow.
much I believe. That's how
Yeah.
much I believe in God's, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, he has all types of beats. So yeah, so I pulled up on like I was just like, yo, I want to make some RJ Pay, like, no, some Two Hollis type of stuff and everything. And then I showed him a couple different songs. And oh, that's one thing I forgot to say too, bro. I dreamed of the song. I literally dreamed of the song. Like, one time I was just like sleeping, and then somehow I had like a dream of like the thing, oh, leave you at the dance floor. Like, I had something like that, bro. So I woke up, it was like 2 a.m. or something, and then I was just like, okay, that doesn't happen. That doesn't usually happen.
Mm.
So I just pulled out my notes app. I did a voice recording, and then after that I went back to sleep. And then it worked well because I at that time I was doing my internship for my class, so I was able to flip it around like in a way where I did my internship at the studio. So literally,
Oh.
it's like every week I was just going to the studio, and it's like that was my internship.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes like I was just going, we were working on other people's stuff. Like, but sometimes for the internship hours, I was actually working on my own stuff with Gods. And I was just like, okay, bet, this is what I want to do. So we made the beat together. There was like the version that you're hearing right now is not the initial version. Like, the initial version like had a different start to it and everything, but the hook side was the same because I told him how I wanted the hook to be.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that. After that, like, after we had the first version, like, I sent it to him, like, we listened to it, and I was just like, yo, I feel like it's not me. Like, I felt like it was a bit too Hollis, a bit too Nate Sib, a bit too like Sorisa and everything. So we reworked on it, and then that's how like we had like way more gamified the start of the song and everything. It
Mm.
was just, yeah, like, that's like the long version of the long version of it.
No, because but your explanation right there makes so much sense. It's
Mm,
because it's like I would I when I first heard it, I was comparing it to a Gunner song, right?
mm,
And Gunner makes a very similar type music, but I was also like, it's still very Taji, it's still very hyper
yeah,
pop, and I
yeah,
was like, that blend, I it must be on purpose, and it sounds like it
yeah,
was like,
yeah, yeah.
But again,
Actually, I'm happy you said that because Gunner was actually like one of the inspirations too. I forgot to mention. Actually, you know what? I could literally I have the playlist right here because I literally made a playlist to tell him the songs like because I was literally going for like a specific mood.
mhm,
Okay, so I had Deity by Gunner, I Told You by Midwest, Delete Your Friends and Are You Listening by Gunner, Gold by Two Hollis, You Look So Good in Fall by Sarisa, Go and Tell Me Why also by Sarisa, Go by Nate Sib, Take It Slow by Nate Sib, Banger of the Year, Wish, Don't Fall, all by Nate Sib. So these were the songs. These were the songs I inspired dance for.
that's that. I mean, all of those bangers, but it all makes
Yeah,
sense, and
yeah,
it created a beautiful piece of music. Talk
yeah.
about
And I'm very
Alaska.
happy
What
with
went
it.
into that one?
Alaska, yo, it's so funny to say, bro. It's so crazy because a couple months ago the story wouldn't have been like controversial and everything. But so I don't know if you know, I don't think you know, but um I had my music in Fortnite. I had three different songs in
Oh,
Fortnite.
oh, okay.
So the reason why I had my songs on Fortnite was because there was a competition, and the competition was being held by a certain individual. Um, so that individual is shit. Do I say the name? Do I not say the name? It's just damn. That individual has a fort in his name. That's all I could say. And he had a song in Invincible.
It's going over my head,
You
but
don't see who that is.
you may have
You don't
to.
see who that is.
Send me private.
Hold on. I mean, bro, it's pretty easy to guess, but hold on.
My brain's not on.
All right, I'm gonna just say the name, bro. It's
uh,
David.
oh,
Yes,
okay, yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, so basically, he was hosting like a competition on Fortnite, and you would put your songs on there, and then whichever songs got the most listens were would get to the next round. So I had one song called "Bad Timing" that's going to be on one of the packs for the Tashi Tuesdays. Like that's a song I made with Gabzzz. Like it was like 2023. But like that's a song I really liked and I've been holding on to because I just didn't want to just drop just like that. So I put it in there. The song got accepted. I got through. That was my first round. Then somehow I made it to the second round. I was not expecting to go to the second round, and I was just like, okay, like I need a song, but the songs that I had, I didn't feel like they were like good enough. So I was just like, okay, I need like another song quick. So I just went and then I went on CM Sparks YouTube. I found that beat. I recorded that song, sent it to Gabzzz. He's my engineer. Like I have two engineers, G Cubes and Gabzzz, but Gabzzz usually does things faster. So I was like, I bet like sent it to him. He probably sent it back either the same day or the next day. And then so he sent it back. I put it. The song got accepted again. So got a and then I made another song too. But that song was basically made for the competition. And then when I made that song, I was just like, yo, I really like that song. That song really feels special to me. Like, it's similar to some of the things that I've been doing, but it's also like has its own little personality, like, to it. And also, like, I just like the way that, like, I was saying certain things and I was trying not to cuss. Because, for example, like, on two different times on the song, I could have said fuck, but because I had to put it on Fortnite,
Mm-hmm.
they did not want you to have any cursing in the songs. So that's another reason why I couldn't put any other songs. Like I had to make a whole new
Yeah.
song because some of my songs just had curse words to it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I made that, and then after that, I was just like, yo, I really like it, and I thought it was a good way to start the Taji Tuesday. So that's pretty much it. Like other than that, I'd say the song is just about how I feel on certain things. It's like I very much like I said, I isolate myself so much for this music thing. And so there's just like, so much in isolating yourself, you just put yourself so much in the way of doubting yourself, questioning yourself, like, it's so easy for depression, I guess, to get to you, not to be like cringy or whatever, but it's so easy for like, things like that to get to you. And that's what I was feeling at that point. And yeah, that's what Alaska was like. I'd
Mm.
say my favorite line on there is especially is like that double irony where it's like, um, I said they say I'm gonna go insane. Jokes on you. It's already happening. It's kind of like, yo, jokes on you, but is it like it's more jokes on me because I'm the one going insane. But I was just geeking out so much when I made that line. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
basically the story for Alaska.
Real. Real. I mean, like, what really intrigues me is like this pack. It's very clear Alaska is a more emotional vibe, and dance
Mm,
floor is just it's like it's one of those just bangers you can play at
mm,
at any time, right?
mm.
Is there a more themed packs coming like in the next 6 months? What is the is it just whatever you feel is right, or is there like a thought process behind what you're putting together?
There is definitely a thought process to it, but it's like it's kind of like you kind of have like more to think about it because I'm not really putting the, how do I say, there's definitely like to a certain degree there's a story if you look like kind of like hard enough, but it's not going to be told through the beats. Like through the beats, it's kind of like, I'm just doing anything that matches the color to a certain degree, and also I'm using it as an excuse to experiment. Like for example, Alas, because I also wanted to do things where it's like I would have at least one song that's safe that like my listeners would like, but
Mm-hmm.
also one song that's a bit more risky, or one song that's a bit more different. So for example, Alaska was that song that's safe, and then Dance Floor was that song that's more risky, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like I said, there is a story to it. For example, like Alaska is literally like me talking about I'm going away, I'm isolating myself, but Dance War is actually the follow up to Alaska because literally I'm saying hi again. I know I've been MIA and everything. You don't like me just staying in my bed. I don't like the club, but I'll show up and everything. So it's
Mm-hmm.
literally a follow up of Alaska basically. So it's like there's just like little things that I'm putting to try to make sure that like there's a story that can be told with it. But I can say like I'm not putting too much pressure on myself for that as well because that could be done like in full albums and everything.
Mm-hmm. No.
But I could say there's definitely like a story because at the end of the day it's my life, so
Mm-hmm.
those are actually about like dance floor to a certain, like, of course certain things are manipulated to like match the song, but for the most part all of those songs are about things actually happening in my life.
Mm-hmm. No, that fully
So
makes sense. It's what comes natural, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
but I want to know because I'm curious. What's the scene like in Montreal nowadays?
I'm the wrong person to
No,
ask,
yeah.
bro. Bro, like, cause the thing is, I love Montreal. I'm happy that I live there, but there's just so many things about it where, first of all, I'd say one of the main things is I like the fact most of my audience is not in Montreal. Like,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of different reasons for that. First of all, I didn't really know how to promote to Montreal. And then secondly, Montreal doesn't necessarily like the type of music that I make.
Mm-hmm.
But and that used to frustrate me before, but when I really thought about it, I kind of like the fact that you know certain people know about me in another place, but the place that I walk around every day, I could just walk anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that I hope continues happening no matter how big I get. I hope that, I could keep that difference where it's like I could just live a normal life, live like a normal dude. And then once I decide to go to the States or whatever other place, then it's just like, okay, bet I'm
Mm-hmm.
Taji's. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I really want to keep that level of, okay, yeah, I'm just a dude. here.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's like not even to bash the city, but there's not that much opportunity for growth like in Montreal because one, there's the whole French English thing happening where it's like,
Yeah.
French side doesn't like English side doesn't like French side and everything. And a lot of times, if you blow up in Montreal, you kind of stay stuck there. There's nobody really keeping an eye on Montreal. Whereas like Toronto, for example, I mean, Sorisa's a good example. He's been doing good there, and then like, people see it because
Mm-hmm.
literally, as soon as people talk about Canada, what do they talk about? The six, like, Toronto and everything, maybe even Vancouver. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like they talk about Toronto a lot, but nobody really talks about Montreal. So, and also just the fact that I just stay in my room too, that's not really helpful.
You're
So,
not really a part of the scene necessarily.
yeah, not really. Like I tried to be, but it was just kind of like it was just discouraging to see that like a lot of the people here, they're just, how do I say, they're satisfied with just being here, and for me it was just not, that was not my goal. So I was just like, yeah, let me just focus on the thing that I want to do,
Mm-hmm.
because I was just telling the guys, yo, it's like we're all making music together, bro. Like we could all make music together, we could all make content together, but a lot of the people here, they just see, TikTok as like cringe and everything like that. And it was just like, yeah, bro, I can't force somebody to want their music to work more. Like, if they don't want it, I can't force
Mm-hmm.
them to want it. So I just realized, okay, bro, I literally remember there's this guy, bro. He has his house, right? His window, the view that he had was perfect for content. I told him, bro, this looks so perfect for content. He was just like, yeah, nah, I'm not doing TikToks. I was just like, yeah, bro.
I
I, I,
can't force my like. Yeah,
yeah,
no.
no.
Like it sounds like they talk about tall poppy syndrome in Toronto, but it sounds like even in Montreal, it's almost a bigger problem. Like
So what's that? That's the first
it's
time I'm
just
hearing
it's
top
it's
hoppy.
it's just like stush, like people who are just they're not willing to support people who are willing to do like
Oh,
creative endeavors and like just
oh,
be
no, no. I
different.
wouldn't say. I wouldn't say they're not willing to support, because it's like one thing I will say, the support is definitely there. It's just you need to, how do I say? You need to know the people in order to support, and like at the same time too, the people need to embrace you to a certain level. So me, I wasn't around, or I didn't put myself available enough for the people to embrace me, just because, like I said, the music that I made was not necessarily the music they liked.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, yeah, I don't really indulge in certain of the things that they indulge and everything. Like I still don't smoke, I still don't drink. Well, I drink sometimes, but not really like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't like clubs, and it's so funny, like I made dance floor, but I don't like clubs, I don't like bars and everything like that. So I wasn't really putting myself available for the people to know me and to show me love. But one thing I can say is there's artists here that I know that it's just like whenever summer hits, almost every couple weeks they have a show, and the people will show up. A lot of times it's the same people. They definitely show love to the people that they know. It's just me,
Mm.
I'm just not putting myself there like that to receive the love.
You found and it sounds like you found more your audience with the like with your own niche, which is probably more prevalent online than it is in your city, which is honestly cool to see at the same time. Like as much
Mm.
as it would be nice to have that same like I'm sure you would be willing to go outside and be like, hey, okay, cool, there's this acceptance, but if you don't find it, you found it in other ways.
Yeah, I mean, I just had to stop looking at what I don't have and just focus on what I have and what I can grow, because, I was just realizing, bro, it's like I just I guess one of the main things that I really was like, yo, it's like I still don't drive. Like that's crazy to say, but I still don't drive. So I still take the bus, and I'm just like, yo, imagine imagine, I blow up in the city and then I'm just in a bus. And then you know how there's those clips where it's like you see a rapper that's blowing up and then you see him working a 9 to 5 and everything. Like imagine
Mhm.
it's just me in a bus. Or imagine it's just like, like motherfuckers are just chasing me and I'm just in a bus, bro. It's like I was just like, you know what? I guess that's better for me. I guess that's better.
What's the REM like?
I've only taken it like I've taken it like less than 5 times. Like it's cool, but it's not like close to the places where I go.
Uh,
So it's not something that I take a lot.
real, real. No, as someone who doesn't drive also and also has an interest in public transport, that was a personal question for me.
Yeah,
Uh,
nah, bro. We gotta do better, bro. We're starting to get unks, bro. We're starting to become unk level,
hey,
bro. We got we
hey, you're older than me. Hey, listen,
Hey, you're not that far. You're not that far away. How old are you again?
I'm 23.
See, exactly, you're not that far. I'm just 1 year older. You're not that far away.
Listen, that
I'm
that
just
year's
one
a
year older,
massive.
bro. You're not that far.
It's a
You're
massive
not
gap,
that
you
far.
know.
You're not that far, bro. You're not that far.
Anyways, I I loved catching up with you. Um, listen, if you're watching this, go stream Taji's Tuesday or
Oh,
Taji
damn, it's already
Tuesdays.
8:54.
Yeah, I know, bro. We've been talking for an hour. Um,
Man.
I'd love to have you on again at some point. Maybe at the. It would actually be honestly really cool to talk to you at the end of the Taji Tuesdays and see
Yeah, we
like
could work
the
it out.
gap and whatever. I'm a hit you offline, but I appreciate you coming on, bro.
I bet. You know what? Since there's not that many people and everything, I'm gonna tell you. Do you know who See Through Rio is?
I feel like I've heard the name
You never heard Before the Morning?
before. I mean, I don't. Hold up.
Damn, bro. Seems like you only tapped in with Canada. You gotta change that.
And I've also been living under a rock for a year, bro. I disappeared for a year. Wait, hold up.
It's CTHRU and then Rio.
Okay, no, I have heard that. Holy
Yeah, he's the guy that's on the next pack.
damn, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, now I'm super happy with the song we made together. Like that's one of the songs that's like a bit different. Like it's not too different, but it's definitely like not like the same as what I usually do. Like it's a bit more rap.
Mm,
It's a bit more rap and everything. So yeah, I'm definitely excited for that one to come out.
yeah, that's
So
exciting.
yeah. But
All
yeah,
right,
man, thank you for having me.
appreciate you.
I know you got like another person to interview and everything, so
Yes,
I ain't gonna
sir,
take
bro.
much more of your time.
I'm only halfway through this live stream. I'm actually I'm about to go nuts.
Hey, bro, it's cool, bro.
All
Either way,
right,
I'm about to I'm gonna continue watching, and then I have to go
real
eat, and then tomorrow I literally have school at 8:30, bro.
facts, facts. Have you heard of Kathy, by the way?
Yeah, I heard of it, bro. It's like, wait, just to be sure, she goes by her, right? Just it's
Yes, yes,
okay, all
yes.
right. So yeah, yeah, no, I heard of her. Like, I'm low key, like, how do I say? I'm low key. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but like for me, it's like I was a bit like sad because I seen she hasn't really been dropping like that because there was this one song that blew up around 2024, I think, or 2023. I think it was 2024. Um, I think it was After Party.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
After Party, I think. Yeah, when I like ever since that blew up, I've been like following and tapped in and everything, but then like, I seen like things slowed down. I think she's more focused on producing right now. But
yeah.
I was really like, trying to see what more was coming. So, hey, maybe you could ask her that
Listen,
and we could see.
there's gonna be a lot I talk to Kathy about. She's pretty much an open book, so I will definitely be sure to take that up with her. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on, bro. I will talk to you in a bit.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Hey,
Anyway, I hope you have a good end of stream.
hey, uh, have a good night, bro.
You too. See you.
See ya.
Peace.